Wow. Thank you so much, Tove, for a really inspirational story. I'm going to pick up on that in a moment. You made my job easy. I just get to do the thank yous now. So I'd like to start by saying thank you to Michael and his team for giving us this award. It's been around for 5 years now, and we're the first non-sneaker to win. And one of his team asked me outside, well, why does that make you proud? And it makes us proud because Dr. Martens is the alternative to sneakers. You just heard a story there about being alternative, standing out, being different, and standing up for what you believe in. And that's what Dr. Martens is all about for the people that wear the brand. There's two things that I want to say about our brand. The first is, many people tonight have used the word icon, but the 1460 boot is an icon. It's an icon because it's meant something to 6 generations of young people in over 60 countries in the world. But for me, one of the biggest reasons why it's an icon is it was created perfectly first time around. So the first pair that rolled off the production line in Northampton is made exactly the same as a pair you buy today. How many consumer goods products are there in the world that were invented perfectly first time? I didn't know what Tove was going to say, but one of the things I was going to pick up on was everyone remembers when they buy their first pair of 1460 boots. It's a really significant moment. Most people who buy their first pair of Docs buy them when they're a teenager. So I'm going to take you to a really small place called Aberdeen that probably most of the people here haven't heard of. It's a small place in the very north of Scotland in the UK. And I was 13 years old, and I walked into the lounge where my parents were watching the TV, and on there was a music program back then that was called Top of the Pops. And there was a British band that had come out of Coventry called the Specials, and the lead singer called Terry Hall was wearing a pair of Doc Martens. And I badgered my parents because I didn't come from a wealthy family, and back then it felt like there were a lot of money. And I went to this army surplus store. It doesn't even exist anymore, and probably wouldn't sell Doc Martens there today, but I got my first pair. And I cared for them, and I looked after them, and they made me feel so cool. And they made me feel tough. I probably wasn't that tough, skinny little kid from Scotland, but it made me feel tough. And that's what Dr. Martens do. They imbue the wearer with something more than themselves. So probably enough. I just got 2 big thank yous that I want to say. The first big thank you is to all of the fantastic people who work for Dr. Martens around the world. Nearly 3,000 people. This award's for you. And not only the people that work for us today, but the custodians of the brand over the last 60 years that have made it possible for my team to do the fantastic things that they do. I'm just the fortunate guy who gets to stand up here, and I feel ashamed taking the credit for the work that people do. So thanks so much to my team. Some of them are here tonight. And the people I want to thank more than anyone are people like Tove, who went out there and bought their pair and buy their first pair of Dr. Martens boots. You make us the brand that we are. We just create the product, but you create the stories that make Dr. Martens the brand that it is. We are the alternative, and we're really proud to be that. We're really proud to win this award. And I would leave you with one thought. Only dead fish swim with the stream. Thank you.